Hey guys, how you doing today? Hoopla Mafia here. So today I just want to talk about what's going on, what's going to really happen with this game come 2020. I feel like with everything that we have, the DLC being confirmed and everything, I know for a fact that we only have like what 2 more months left in the year. That the last two characters, I think, because I believe Madara is going to be by himself. It looks like he's just going to be a single character. We're probably going to be getting Grimjow and Law. I think it was Law, right? Well, let's just put it in the spectrum. The rest of the characters are probably coming out December 15th, around that time. Madara should be out by November 25th. By Thanksgiving, I'm just estimating. These are all just guesses, by the way. No confirmed dates or anything like that. But I just really want to just talk about what's gonna happen come 2020. I feel like with the current state of the game, since we finally have our rematch button, uh, the most we could ever see from this game is not even a season 2, honestly. I don't really mean to let people down or like speak down on the game or anything like that, but that's just really how I'm seeing things in my eyes. I feel like the game, I feel like if I could put it in anime terms, you know how much people love Gohan, like Teen Gohan as a character, like, oh man, he was so cool, and then he got to Mystic Gohan, and it was kind of like, oh, that's it, no flashy hair, no nothing. It was just perfect. Now, I'm not saying this game is perfect the way condition it's in, but it is what it is. I feel like we're at an end point. I don't think this game is really gonna survive, and I know it's not gonna survive. But I felt like a glimmer of hope. People are out there like, oh well, season 2 DLC might come out. Put it like this: season 2 is not gonna happen for one, because I feel like a lot of people got their money stolen. In my opinion, I see it like this. So there's this whole thing. You pre-order the game, you get it early, you get characters early and everything like that. That shit was never happening. Characters would be due a certain week, they wouldn't come out. I get it. With other games in the mix throughout the fiscal year, things get kind of shaked up. An angry standpoint when you spend like $99 on a video game, which I've never have until this point. That shit's not gonna work out next year. No one's really gonna fall for that crap again. Like this is no better than like Soldier Boy's game system, in my opinion. That it's on par with that. My first point, I really want to reiterate. I really want to start from the top. My first point is that season 2 can't happen because of the way they already are releasing the characters. They're always late. The time it takes to make these characters. And finally, and like, I want to backtrack to that too. Actually, you got to think about it too, because like I get it's two different studios that make this game, that make these games, considering Naruto and then Jump Force itself. But it's like you would think for a 3D anime fighting game, it would be easier, but it's not. Because like I get the Bandai Namco has many other projects they have in the process, but what I'm saying, characters are always late, take too long to make. No one has time for that. No one wants to wait along for that. If you also think the free updates are cool, I'll give them that. Like the raid bosses are cool and everything, but when you just make a fighting game, like, I feel like this game tried to implement what Fighter Z does. It's just a fighting game. There's a storyline and everything, but primarily it's a fighting game. And when your mechanics in your game are already so broken, and it's just the point where it's not fair, and it's not about like who's a better fighter, it's just about who has the better moves on, who has a better character and stuff like that. It takes away from the core fighting mechanics of a game. And there won't. I highly doubt there's ever going to be a Jump Force 2. Hell, if there's a Jump Force 2, it's probably not coming out till probably I would say 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, until everyone forgets about the mistake that Jump Force was itself. And this isn't really about me joning on this game, but you look at like their track record. They think they can just keep putting CACs into a game and think it's gonna work. It expands the life of the game, but only so small. Like look at Xenoverse 2. Sure, the whole game is based around your character. Jump Force didn't really base anything around your character. It was more so about, hey, you have a quest to do. There was no character. I feel like to make a good game, you need character development, no matter what. Whether that be characters like liking each other or not liking each other. Like you look at, I played other games like Code Vein. Code Vein does it a little bit, but it's more so like a gift system. You gift your favorite character, they give you a favorite costume or a favorite weapon or supplies like that. I feel like if Jump Force would have implemented something like that, like a gift system towards your favorite character, and like when you log in, like, hey, gift from Goku, gift from Ichigo, gift from Trunks. Like small things like that could have gone a long way. Like, oh man, I need to have this person on my team. That way I can grind to get a certain item that I really like, even a cosmetic item or like a special move, like something that makes you want to grind throughout the game. And the online missions, the missions like for clothing and all that stuff, it tapped into it, but not completely. Now, what else could they really do with this game at this point? It's just free updates. And like I said, like I was trying to say earlier, like the free updates themselves are kind of like meh. Like when we get a map, a free map, it's kind of like there's no transitions. Like I was so disappointed when there was no transitions in the Hidden Valley for the Naruto map. I was just destroyed. I was like, really? Same thing with the World Tournament. Like small things they could do to open up their game. Now we'll jump first. Have an open world. I feel like this game could do well in open world, but it's closed world. It's just a hub world, I should really say. An open world Jump Force, again, I'm just speaking in like future presence, and this isn't happening at all. I'm just gonna say that right now. Like if it was like a year down the road, and they were like, hey, you know, we need to go back to Jump Force for a little bit. Let's take a step back. Let's see what we can do for our community. And they're like, hey, why don't we do an open world type of thing? It'll be like a $30 DLC. It's like let's say 20 hours worth of gameplay, and then they're set. But it's an open world. You can travel around different like Dragon Ball Z worlds, One Piece locations and stuff like that. That'd be tough. That's probably the only way I would spend more money on this game. With me already having the character packs and all that stuff, and understanding when the free updates are coming out. I mean, I'm not really pressed. I think I'm more excited for a Bleach game than more than anything else. I just like, why would you have someone that already damaged the first game? No, I'll tell you that. J-Stars was actually pretty cool. J-Stars was cool because it was the first thing to happen. I feel like when you do something once and you try doing it again, you gotta make sure you know that it needs to be better than the first time. It can't be worse than the first time. But I know multiple YouTubers have already made videos about this stuff, talking about how like they're frustrated and all that stuff. But I really just want to talk about what's going on in 2020, what would have happened. And I know this video has been kind of negative, but it also does speak truth. And if you're able to see the truth that like it was just a money grab and that it's just gonna die, then fine. And I don't like talking about games dying and stuff like that, but it is what it is. And I feel like after we get Season 1 done with, it'll be okay. I feel like this game will slowly die out like Storm 4 did, like where people we're still playing it, don't get me wrong, but it was to a point where it was just $20 on the PlayStation Store or Xbox Store. I feel like we're going to get to that point where the game community, it's just going to be small. It'll be a smaller community than it already is, and it won't be enough tryhards, but it'll be like, hey, it'll be kind of like Xenoverse 2, where like they keep releasing DLC, but the mainstream anime players that don't really play anime games like that won't be there, and it'll just be like the true anime fans. Like, I want to get on and play some Xenoverse, some Jump Force, the sweats. I should really say the sweats. And there's nothing wrong with being a sweaty player. don't get it the wrong way, but that's just really my standpoint on this. I hope you guys really found this video not to be hurtful, but really informative and really an eye-opener for yourself. If you guys want to start have a conversation in the comments below, I'm all ears. I'm open to any suggestions about what you guys think might be happening in 2020 with this game. And if not, if you didn't like the video, leave a dislike. Leave a like. It helps me out either way. Let me know what you guys want to see from me. And yeah, peace.